Hello everybody and welcome to the Stanley Parable. This is a video game that I found on Steam. And I was like, hey, I actually have the money to buy a game for once on Steam. I buy a game now. And here we are, playing the Stanley Parable. I believe this game is from 2014, and I am excited to play it. I really have no idea what this game has in store. I don't even know if audio is working, because I can't watch the stream. I don't have my phone, so I can't watch it. I can't play it back, so I'm actually gonna pull it up right now on a window here. 1 second. That's no. Oh, that. Oh, okay. I just need to pull this up and make sure everything's going according to plan-ish. Okay. Never actually used the YouTube studio live control room before. This is the first. And the stupid watermark is still here. Why? I went through all of the customization options and made sure that this watermark was in here. Well, you guys are just gonna stick with the stupid watermark, sorry. Okay, everything looks to be, perfectly fine. Live chat is open, and I am monitoring it, I think. Maybe? I don't know. I gotta open this. And the Stanley Parable.
So let's just say. So what's right? So what you're saying is.
This has got to be in a window. 1 second. Video. We're in a window. Okay. That might change how this looks. No, it doesn't. Everything appears to be okay. Maybe. I haven't decided yet if everything is okay yet. I have the Stanley Parable up in one window. Yeah, I mean, it's behind, but it's not lagging in terms of, the game seems to be fine. I also went through this and made sure all the resolution stuff was at its lowest. You guys could still see the game, to where you still see the game, but it also, it doesn't. Right. Let's just jump into this. I'm gonna turn my volume down so you guys can hear. Hello everybody, and welcome to the Stanley Parable. I already did that a couple of minutes ago, but I thought we'd do it now. End is never the end, is never the end, is never, is loading, never. Actually, just NE. So. That's inspirational. I feel like that needs to be in a book. Somewhere. I don't know where it should be, but it needs to be in a book. And I can't hear myself. One second. That's muted. That's inspirational. I feel like that needs to be in a book. Somewhere. Okay. I can hear me. Good. And are we already having problems? Because this is telling me it's not loading. Or it says it's not responding. And I just started. Come on. Or what? Oh, it's finally loading. Okay. It is finally loading, kind of. It'll eventually load, maybe. probably finish my bottle of water that I have right next to me before this loads.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
We play now. We play now. Okay. Just making sure everything is good. I can't actually check the live stream right now because I'm playing. I don't know if you noticed that, but I'm playing a game right now.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Already off to a good start. I love the mugs. I mean, I can barely read them because of how low the resolution is, but, you know, I like the mugs. Ooh. Ooh. You gonna yell at me, narrator? I feel like he's gonna yell at me. No? Okay. That's fine.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. No, Stanley did not.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? What?
Yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
You know what? I am going to trust him on this one.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. we would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
No. You're not gonna say anything? Okay, fine. Wait. I'm like, I don't want to speak because I don't want to interrupt this guy. The narrator.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
I thought you're not supposed to go towards the light. No? Okay.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If
It
we
is
just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Too bad. You don't get to feel happy.
No, wait. Where are you going? Right. Where were we?
So he does say something if we go back. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Oh, this isn't creepy
Oh
at
no.
all.
Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Too bad for you. Because if I die, I could choose different scenarios. I assume anyways. So it's not like I'm just... I die and the
Please,
game's
no,
over.
Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Oh, I'm supposed to jump?
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
I'm thinking. I don't know if I want to jump right now. Cannibal!
No! Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, no, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Whee!
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
No. No, I cannot.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
No. You win. Freaking guilt tripped me.
Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
You know, now I don't feel so bad about jumping off.
No, perhaps not.
I'm interested in these stairs, man. Like, look at this look at the way they just step upwards. Yeah. I got a new desk. Is that good enough commentary?
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore.
I am.
I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
So if I jump off, I'm dead? Cannibal!
Is it
Yeah.
over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm going back.
We're going back. The loading screen just cut him. We're going back. It's kind of funny. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
1 second. YouTube's yelling at me. What do you want? Maintain smooth. I don't need to open a widget. I think it looks smooth to me. You're just blind. Okay. Yeah, it's yelling at me. It's telling me that...
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
I want to go back
just
to those
admire it.
stairs. Those stairs.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Now I'll listen to you.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I'm going to come back to that way. We're going to go... No, I'm kidding. We're going to come back to that button. Alright, yeah, we have to come back to that button.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Open the broom. I want in.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I'll sit here. This is some nice broom.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Yep. You said it, man. I'm just watching. I'm looking at my stream right now. I can't hear
Standing
you.
around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
You don't need to be confused. I mean, like, I'm really into this.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Do we leave?
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this
Did you get the
concerning.
broom closet ending, mate? I'll leave just for you.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
Just because you said that, I'm staying in the
Also,
closet.
Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
You know it. You know it.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
I don't think he's gonna say anything more. I'm gonna leave. We gotta get
Second player, it's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
I'm the same person, dude.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Upstairs? No, I'm pretty sure my boss's office was downstairs. No, it was definitely not.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
What?
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm listening to the game, but I'm also trying to think of things to talk about when he's done talking. But I want to quickly see, maybe if I just bump up the resolution, just one tiny little thing. Oh yeah, oh. Okay, just one tiny little one, and then we go into OBS. Okay. And we go to OBS, and we fix this so it's set and even back where it belongs. Right in the center-ish, hopefully. And hopefully the resolution is just a little bit better. I'm just like looking, because now I have the live stream on one side and the game on the other. So now I'm watching both of them. I'm just trying to...
How could it be?
Oh yeah, that
was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment, wife, and my job.
Uh-oh.
Normal.
What happened? Okay.
I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am.
Wait, 1 second. Okay. Is there one for subtitles? I'm just trying to find a good, like... I guess it would be in extras, maybe? Oh, there's actually an achievement? What? That's kind of funny. There's probably nothing. Closed captioning. I'm blind. Hopefully this will improve that.
Okay.
No. No, it will not.
Stanley began screaming.
Oh, yes, it will.
Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Existential crisis over here. Whoa.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
When you're late for your meeting, just keep staring at that body. It's a good thing you turned and ran. End is never the end, is never the end. Is... Good. This is actually going surprisingly smooth for the first time, like, streaming this game.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Okay. What was I saying? Right, it's always hard, like, first time streaming a different game, because then you gotta get used to streaming it and stuff. Like, I'm kind of still in my Henry Stickmin mindset. I'm, like, still ready to talk about Henry Stickmin, which we're gonna get back to, don't worry. I have this entire week planned out, because I've been gone for 2 weeks, so... And I didn't break
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And I think this time we're going to listen to everything this guy says. Do everything he asks.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
The broom closet!
Oh, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Fine. If he says anything, he can keep it to himself.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ooh, boss's office. Bathroom. This is not a bathroom. This is a bathroom. Okay. Doors. Can't open that either.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him, and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
You mean
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. If he knew that the combo was 2845, it would be another story entirely. But no, this is what he was going to do instead. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Going down. Oh. Deserves the loading screen. Is it more stairs? I love me some stairs. And broom closets. Stairs and broom closets.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh, I can't see anything.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I guess that kind of helped. Wait, what door? Oh, that door. You mean this door? We'll come back to it next time.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah, he did. I'm gonna go press this button over here. This one right here.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
427, I think. I see. Yeah. 427, right above, right next to 411. 427. Perfect. That was my only dream. It's the only reason why I bought the
No,
key. It's just like
he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was
Yes.
unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes.
But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
How about no? Wait, no, I said I was gonna listen to him.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
What is happening?
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized
Like
none
30
of this
people just
mattered
called
to
me at
him.
once.
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking,
I don't
but
have that many
happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Oh, I don't have a choice. Okay, I have to actually step through the open door.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
And that, my friends, was the Stanley Parable. If you'd like to see more, just let me know in the comment section. And if the comment section isn't there, just go to a different video that has the comment section active, because YouTube likes to disable my comment section for some reason. I'll just comment more Stanley Parable. I am back, folks, and I have a desk now, so that's nice. I'm not sitting on the floor. See you next time. Have a wonderful day as I click the stop streaming button and